Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see how many deaths this takes. I've beaten Dread mode, so if you're not aware, Dread mode, you have 1 health, effectively, so any hit will kill you. I've finished it once. It took me over 400 deaths. I've played the game a lot since then, though, so let's see if we can get under 200. That'll be a good goal. I'm pretty sure I can get it under 200, but at some point I do want to be able to play the whole game without dying once. So, this is attempt number 1 of... we will see. I am doing this glitchless, all bosses, so I'm not going to be doing some of the tricks that I do in my any % route, but it should be pretty good. I'm going to be playing a lot more cautiously than I normally do. But anyway, should be fun.
So you have I run wanted that I have this shit you made there are one.
Got to start the timer. That's fine. I'm not doing this for speed anyway, but just something to have. Might as well. I can almost guarantee you I will not finish this run tonight. So this is part 1 of I don't know how many. We will see. So normally I would do a pseudo wave beam to get there, which is a glitch. So I will not be doing that this time.
Uploading data.
Both enemy, upon an enemy, this an enemy I asked there may be under high.
I am going to be saving at pretty much every opportunity, just in case. I think I have the position of most of the enemies randomized. Or, not randomized, memorized. So hopefully none of them catch me off guard. There's an energy tank here. It is effectively useless, so I'm not gonna get it. I will grab these missiles just because they're here. I'm gonna boost the game audio a bit. Game audio is only being piped to the YouTube side, so no worries. Alright, there's the first one. Luckily the game gives you lots of checkpoints, so I'm not losing much time on that. Or progress, rather.
Uploading data.
I think bosses are, yeah, but the hardest part of this mode. And it will be tricky because I can't do a lot of the strats I normally use in normal speedruns and randos, since those usually take chip damage, and that will kill me. I think I can get this mini-boss coming up first try, but we'll see. There's not a lot of projectiles in this boss. In some of the later ones, they get a little more crazy. Okay, we're good. I am not going for the quick kill strat. I'm gonna go for the more cautious strat. Alright, here's the first main boss, Corpius. Normally in the any percent route, I come in here without Spider Magnet, which makes it almost practically impossible to do hitless, so it's important that I grab that before this boss. Yeah, so here I normally don't have the magnet, so I can't stick against the wall, and I have to take chip damage. But not right now. Ooh. Oh. Okay, there's poison there. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. No deaths there. That one's the easiest main boss, so I wasn't too worried about it. 50 save. I don't think I really need it, but just in case. Screwed that up. I got distracted. In the next room there are some flames that I normally just tank. I don't know if those will instantly kill me, but I am going to assume they will.
Uploading data.
CPR, I have Sam. I know there is the fan. Know that the fan.
I am not doing tier list tonight. I need to do some more prep. I'm gonna do spices and herbs is gonna be next. That one's gonna be good. Oh, there we go. 2 deaths. Alright, death number 3. I knew those guys were in there, but I wasn't sure how I was going to kill them or dodge them.
Uploading data.
Heavy stand hits of you are stunned, do not.
Dang it. Turned around too early. 4 deaths. I don't know why I grabbed that. Doesn't do anything in Dread mode. This is actually going better than I thought. Again, I've only done one major boss, and those are probably going to be where most of the deaths come from, but outside of the bosses, well, I don't know. I'm getting there. I think I'm doing a lot better than my first time doing Dread mode, because I've just played this game a lot of times, and I'm pretty sure I have every single enemy location memorized. Except for maybe that one. 5 deaths. Alright, this area is going to be slightly tricky. I think if I play cautiously, I'll be fine, but I usually take a lot of damage when I'm doing my speedruns in this area. There are these little saw blades that are annoying. And a lot of enemies with projectiles and whatnot. Dang it. 6. It was that specific room that I was worried about. Okay, we're good. Time for green Emmy. Okay, another mini boss. This one's trickier than the last one because there's more emitters, whatever you want to call them, more lasers to dodge. Okay, we're good. What did I have for lunch? I had some salad. Made some salads for my lunches this week. It's some quinoa and Bolt House Farms Caesar dressing. Bolt House Farms Caesar dressing is really, really good. What did you have for lunch? These Morphball tunnels are going to be really annoying on Dread mode, but just got to be cautious. Alright, the Vario Suit Gauntlet coming up is also going to be kind of difficult. Let's see. They had yogurt and now they're gassy. Awesome. Great to know. Awesome. Yeah, this Vario Suit Gauntlet's going to be tricky because there's a lot of different damage sources. I think I remember dying a lot to this on my first Dread mode playthrough. I think I know where all the damage sources are, so hopefully I'll get it first try. I think it will take me less than 5 tries, though. Alright, let's go. Alright, first try. Nice. Yeah, I am doing better than I thought I would. I wasn't sure if... I mean, it's too soon to tell, but if fully deathless playthrough is realistic, but I think it is with enough practice. Oh, wow. That's fun. The Vario Suit lets you take less damage, except on Dread mode. You still die instantly. So now those flames will not damage me. Some of the lighter flames, the harder flames, will still hurt me. And lava will still hurt. Alright, Kraid time. This is one of the harder ones to do hitless. This first phase just has... and second phase, there's so many small little projectiles that can hurt you. So, we'll see how long this takes. Alright, crate time. Give it a shot. I could go and get more fall bombs, which will still work for phase 2 even on Dread mode, but I want to do it legit. Oh, alright. 7. This is probably going to take me like 20 tries. Alright, lava does not instantly kill you. I was not 100% sure. We're good. Okay, we're good there. The talons are a little easier to dodge, they're slower. You can shoot them with missiles. Or dodge them. Alright, phase 2. Oh, dang it. I thought he was doing his other projectile. Alright, 8 deaths. I think that's 2 on crate so far. Dang it. 9. There's a strat where you can just dodge those. I can't remember exactly how to do it. So I think you just stand still. I think that's all it is, but we'll see. All right. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. I do think this is one of the hardest bosses to do hitless. Alright. 13. Oh, dang it. I'm getting there. And so that's the 12th death on Kraid. I'm getting there. I think I can do it. Okay, phase 2. Okay. So I just need a... Sorry, that's 19. Just jump in place for the lower projectiles. For the ones that... Anyway. I'm learning. Okay, there we go. We go for the cutscene. That's a good way to get free easy damage. It is not faster to do this, but it's safe. Oh, dang it. I was getting really good RNG in that second phase. Alright, 21. Okay, almost there. Alright, there it is. Less than 20 deaths. I will take that. I do think that is one of the hardest to do without taking damage. There's just so many things going on. I am not gonna do it in this order. Oh, I can't change things. I'm not gonna get grapple beam next. I'm gonna get bomb, and then flash shift, and then I'll go get grapple beam. The strat is just risky. I will still split it as is, but yeah, I'll fix it later.
Uploading data.
I don't know where my deaths went. Oh wait, I know. Let me fix that. Splits. 9. There we go. We're getting there. Come on. Okay, I did not mean to run into him there. Oh, that's a new death. That counts. Yeah, there we go. Oh wait, I don't have grapple beam, I gotta go around. Oh, almost got it. There we go. Wait, no. I'm trying to remember where I'm supposed to go. I haven't done this exact route in a very long time. Can't get... I can get there. Okay, that's where I go. Wait, no, I cannot go there. I might just do early grapple beam because I can't remember where to go. It's embarrassing. Oh, no, here we go. Here we go, this is where it is. So you're supposed to use diffusion beam to break this block, but you can do this cool coyote jump that I'm going to pull off. That's... and then you can... that's how you get bombs early. Okay, now I know where I'm going. Nope. 25. I think under 200 is still a viable goal. Had to sneeze. Okay, we're good. Thought it was gonna crash. Just hanged it for a second. I think there's 10 missiles here. No, just 2. Okay, not gonna grab it. Yeah, I don't know why it was hanging there. Twice.
Uploading data.
Vulnerability.
Totally saw that coming. That was scary, but made it. Not quite home free yet, but getting there. Okay, now I have more dodging moves. Again, the splits are incorrect, so I'm doing it in a different order than I planned. Or than what the splits are currently, but it's fine. So next is going to be Grapple Beam. No, it's going to be Speed Booster, then Grapple Beam. We're getting there. Alright, yellow Emmy time. This shouldn't be too bad. The nephew brain is going to be a little difficult, but shouldn't be too bad. Thinking. Yeah, it's the last nephew brain I will do without speed booster. With speed booster, you can skip the first phase. Alright, there are a lot of these little crawler guys I gotta be careful of. Alright, nephew brain time. Okay, we're good. Oh. I think I took chip damage there, but it didn't kill me. So, doesn't count, I guess. This one is so hard to aim. It's frustrating. Okay, we're good. I'm just gonna come down here for a safe and easy kill. It's just like they say, fortune favors the risk adverse. Alright, time to get grapple beam, and then my splits will be correct. You can do this without blast shift, but it's difficult. So I'm just doing it with blast shift to make it easier, safer. It's this specific jump that's tricky. You can do a coyote jump, or you can just do that. The coyote jump being, of course, when you jump in midair, like Wile E. Coyote. Okay, I'm actually going to go move my laundry real quick. I may be a tiny bit late. Okay, I'm back. That's an easy, what, like 60-second time save? Don't do laundry. But again, I'm not doing this for speed. I'm mostly just timing it just to be able to compare between attempts. Okay, now the splits are correct. I am going to get Super Missile next. Okay, there's a Robot Chozo coming up. Should be able to get it pretty easily. And then after that is Drogaiga, which is also way, way easier than Kraid. Kraid is, yeah, I do think Kraid is one of the hardest bosses to do hitless. Okay. Oh, wait, 29. There we go. Yeah, this one is... I think I should get it in like less than 3 tries. Maybe not. I think I'm just gonna do them normally. Ugh. Gonna be easier than the Shine Spark Cheese to do hitless. Well, it isn't necessarily easier, but it's probably easier for me to do it the normal way. Maybe. Is it taking more attempts than I thought it would? I'm gonna go back to the Shine Spark method since I've done that more times. Yeah. We're getting there. I did severely underestimate how hard this would be to do hitless, this specific boss. Fortunately, the attempts are pretty fast. There's no phase 2 or anything. It's a quick boss. Okay, that's 50% of his health right there. Alright, we're good. Shine Spark saves the day. I am gonna get these 10 missiles. They'll be useful. There we go.
Uploading data.
Our profile I have deleted.
Trying to remember where to go, and then I died. Didn't get the speed keep there. So sad. Okay, we're good. Again, this boss I think is the easiest to do hitless. We'll see if I eat those words, but I don't think I will. I'd be surprised if it takes me more than 5 tries. Okay. That was silly. I let go of the grapple too soon. 40 deaths. Alright. Attempt number 4. Okay, there we go. Should be smooth sailing here. Okay, there we go. 4 attempts, I think. 4 or 5, I can't remember. Not too bad. Alright, another Robot Chozos fight coming up. This is not too bad. Because I can Shine Spark immediately and knock off half of his health. And then it's just a normal fight after that. As soon as I get Plasma Beam, a lot of these mini bosses are going to get a lot easier. This one's also just a lot easier. The arena is much easier to navigate and dodge everything. Okay, first try. Dang it. Okay, it does have a checkpoint there. Right after the Robot Chozo, but I was second guessing whether he was going to attack or not, that little guy.
Uploading data.
Samus, the you word one thing.
Okay, I don't know what killed me there, but fair enough. Alright, Eloon time. It shouldn't be too bad. Only hard part is going to be the Chozo soldier fight, but this one, I think most of the time at my randos when I get here, and I have Plaza Beam, I get it first try. Or I get it without taking damage. These ones are not too bad. Take it. 44. I remembered he was there, but too late. 45. $46. Alright, green beam and checkpoint. I get this right here. First try.
Uploading data.
EX have abysmal regard, I trust.
Safety save. Where do I go? Trying to remember. Normally I do not go this route, even yeah, my speedruns. I think I need to take a little detour. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is much longer than the world record glitchless route, which I am not following. I'm just doing a casual-ish route, which is this way. Wait, no, it's not. Sorry, this is embarrassing. Oh, wait, I'm stupid. Okay, I remember now. This is I'm doing the route that one would probably do just on a casual first time playthrough. I'm doing it that way so I can make sure I get all of the bosses, because this one I normally never fight. But I want to do it on all bosses. There still is a faster route that gets all bosses, but I don't know it, so... And again, I'm not doing this for speed, just for deathless. Dang it. I forgot about those guys. Okay, we're getting there. I might actually be able to do this in under 3 hours, but I'm gonna finish stream in like 45 minutes, probably, unless I'm like right next to the end. But even then, the ending bosses are hard. No, actually no, because I'm doing a different route. This is gonna take a long time. I'll finish stream in 45 minutes. I'll get Pulse Radar, because I might as well. It's on the way. Alright, SQ is coming up next. Next boss. This one is pretty difficult to do. Hitless. If you sequence break and have, what's it called? Screw attack, it becomes trivial, but again, I want to do all the bosses, not the hard way, but the intended way, I guess. Hitless.
Uploading data.
This this area. It was what they have me call my speed character.
I remember where to go now. Oops. 48. I think I am more than halfway done, though, with the game. So, the bosses towards the end are hard, but I don't think they're terribly hard, so I think that goal of under 200 is very reasonable. Maybe under 100, even, is possible. Safety save here. You can still do a Shine Spark and knock off the first half for 30% of its health. Oh. If you time it right. Apparently. 49. Square number. This one will probably take a while, unfortunately. I'm not super well practiced on him, unfortunately. I just gotta get better at dodging that, like, flurry attack he does. I can't remember how I did this hitless before. There's some strategy to it. I am gonna go for the Shrine Spark, since it'll just make it easier. There we go. I think I remember, I just have to, like, jump behind him. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break and look this up. How to fight this boss. Hitless. I'm just gonna keep the timer running, but I'll still be here. Okay, supposedly I can just jump over then. So, try it again. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, there we go. Still not in the clear. Alright, there we go. Awesome. Alright, now it's time for the backtracking gauntlet. Shouldn't be too hard, but it'll take a long time. Alright, another robot Chozo fight. This one's tricky because there's two of them. I should be able to get it though. Okay. Hopefully this won't take too long. Ooh, getting some lag on my end. 60. Oh yeah, with storm missiles, this is a breeze. Easy. Okay, that's awesome. Space jump time. This way. Gravity suit. And I'm trying to remember where to go after that. Oh, and then I go through Cold Arteria and do Experiment Z57. Yeah. We're gonna get there. Again, I'll finish stream in like at the top of the hour. Tuesday I'm gonna do another rando, and then what's it called? I'll continue this next Thursday. If that's my plan, at least. Things may change, but Yeah, because the only boss is Spearmint Z57, and then the final boss. So we're getting there, almost there. Yeah, that should be the only. There's some mini bosses along the way, but they didn't really count. Pretty purple suit, gravity suit.
Uploading data.
The X have spread across the entire. There is another icon up.
Okay, another Chozo soldier fight. Shouldn't be too bad. Especially now that I have storm missiles. Boom, first try. Okay, I need to be careful in this room. There's a lot of bad guys. Even more in the cold version of this room. Alright, we're good. This whole sequence is cool. I skip it every time I do, pretty much every time I play this game, because it's very easy to skip with some glitches. I think there might be a way to skip, no, there's ways to skip it even without glitches, but it's a cool little sequence where you backtrack through the first area of the game, and it's different. And then I died. Poison lingers for a long time on those guys. Okay, good. I think like I've done Cold Arteria maybe 5 times. Almost every time I play this game, I skip it entirely. So, because in the rando, it just never happens. So I'm used to the normal enemies, not these guys. I need to melee counter that guy, because otherwise his AoE will, his area of effect thing will kill me. There we go. Making progress.
Uploading data.
I have to turn this air to set return. Here's a tiny fun fact. So if you do a pseudo wave beam here, like I normally do, and you never lower the water never freezes, and then if you go here, you die. There is a speedrun category called hypothermia %, where you do that. It's just a joke category, but it's kind of funny. Because the game expects there to be water, and then it's frozen, and so if there's nothing there, it freaks out and just kills you. So the astute viewer will notice that that lava thing in the background is not running, because it's cold. We're gonna go fix it. Okay, this boss coming up, it's probably my second favorite boss, second to the final boss. It is pretty difficult, but to do hitless, but it's not actually that bad. There's not a lot of projectiles you have to dodge. They're all pretty, and his attacks, his tells are pretty obvious, so I don't think it'll take me more than 10 tries. Plus, I will go for the quick kill, the Shine Spark, right as it finishes phase 2, or the phase 2.5. Because it's cool. And the timing is kind of difficult. But mostly it's just cool and fun. Save it here.
Alright, experiment Z57 time. Especially since I have space jump, this shouldn't be too bad. Because you can get to this boss without space jump if you do some sequence breaks, then it makes it harder. Because you can only jump twice instead of infinite. Okay. I was at 64 when I started this boss, so... Let's see. Go for the cool cutscene. This is probably my favorite melee counter of the game. Okay, I am going to play it safe during that pink ground section, because I can just stay in the air and wait for the pink stuff to go away. When we do that, it's safer. Slower, but safer. Too far from him. This is going about as well as I thought on this boss, though. I think I can get it in under 10 tries. Nice. I just need to survive this Flappy Bird segment, and then I can instantly kill him with the Shine Spark. Since I have space jump, this shouldn't be too bad, because I can jump infinitely. Oh, man. Need to fall slightly faster than that. Alright, let's try this again. Nope. Oh, no. Cancel. Continue. Well, I saved it anyway. But there we go. Okay. Phase 2. Alright, Flappy Bird time. And then I need to get this going, so then I can do... Oh, I screwed it up. Screwed up the Shine Spark. Whatever. Okay, run it back. There we go. There's the instant kill. I'm gonna let this cutscene play out because it's cool, and then I'm gonna call it for the night. Alright, I did it. Yeah, less than 10 tries. What did I say? Ugh. Gosh. I forgot I'm still playing in Dread mode, apparently. Yeah, so I'll go save it and then call it for the night. Yeah, like I said, Tuesday, I'm gonna do another rando, like usual. And then on Thursday, I'll hopefully finish this. Oh my gosh. Finish this first Dread mode attempt. I think I can do it deathless. It will just take a lot of attempts and a lot of practice. Mostly the bosses, which there is a boss rush mode, so I will probably practice that a good amount outside of stream, make sure I can consistently do them, do the bosses deathless, and then the rest of it's just going to be tidying up gameplay. Okay, so make sure, pause the timer. Make sure I need to make sure these splits save properly. I think they will. Sure. Oh, I'll figure it out. Anyway. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. See you all Tuesday. Bye bye.